Ghost is a very iconic character from the Call of Duty series, but do the Modern Warfare 2 books add to his popularity? Warning: this video contains graphic scenes not suitable for the queasy. Death, dismemberment, a dead body, there's this guy that has a bullet that goes through his head. Just all the wonderful things you'd expect from a mature-rated comic book. You've been warned. Just as a warning, this video contains spoilers for the story of Modern Warfare 2. And seeing that most people bought the Modern Warfare 2 game for the multiplayer, I guess I'm going to be spoiling it for a lot of people. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 takes place after the events of Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. The player takes control of multiple characters around the globe in a joint fight against terrorist masterminds. On the journey to victory, the player is presented with an arsenal of modern-day weaponry and gadgets. Assault rifles, machine guns, sniper rifles, explosives, night vision goggles, and even remote-controlled Hellfire missiles launched from unmanned aircraft are available in the palm of your hand. You will also meet plenty of supporting characters along the way, ranging from ball-busting CEOs to fellow military vets. One of the more popular characters encountered in the game is a skull mask wearing Ghost. Ghost is one of the more memorable characters from Modern Warfare 2. Known for his skull-themed face mask and dark sunglasses, Ghost likes to take care of business by any means necessary. His ferocity in combat and tough-as-nails attitude make him a very great asset to Task Force 141. But where did Ghost come from? What's with the mask? How did he get on Task Force 141? That's where the comic books come into play. Modern Warfare 2 Ghost is a 6-issue comic book series that chronicles the time Ghost spent before joining Task Force 141. The story is told by Ghost himself as he is being held hostage along with a bunch of school children by a bunch of terrorists. So in a way, the comic is telling two stories at the same time. While being held prisoner in the hostage situation, Ghost tries to keep the children calm by telling them a story about one of his earlier missions. Ghost, or should I say Simon Riley, and his fellow soldiers were to infiltrate a Mexican drug lord's mansion and take him down. But of course, they all get found out and everybody gets either tortured and killed as a result. Very graphically, I might add. Remember those graphic scenes I was talking about? Here comes one. For instance, we can see that this man's pants are bleeding. I wasn't sure what exactly happened to him until reading a conversation with the other henchmen. We cut off his cojones too? Ew. Ghost unfortunately gets captured and is tortured and brainwashed by his captors. After they've had enough of picking at his brain, they bury him alive with his dead comrade and leave him for dead. He eventually escapes his shallow grave with the help of his friend's jawbone. Even though Ghost escaped with his life, his mind would be permanently scarred. The torturing took its toll on his brain, resulting in hallucinations, recurring nightmares, and frequent psychiatry sessions. So yeah, Ghost didn't have such a good time in his early military career. Besides detailing Ghost's previous military services, the comic also introduces his family. If you think he went through a lot of crap in the military, just wait till you meet his family. Saying Ghost came from a broken home is an understatement. His dad was an abusive drug addict that looked like the Joker. His mom was never strong enough to stand up for herself, and his brother eventually became a drug addict himself. Despite all of the bad fortune he had with his family, Ghost was successful in fixing his family for a short time. He kicked his dad out of the house, took care of his mother, and got his brother cleaned up. The brother Ghost eventually married and had a son. All was well for Ghost and family, but that was all until a few traitorous comrades showed up. It seems that some of his old war buddies were now traitors and wanted Ghost dead. After escaping through a window, he quickly runs home to check on his family, only to find out that everyone had been killed. On Christmas Eve, Ghost spends the rest of the story hunting down the double-crossers that killed his family and succeeds with flying colors. Ghost also hunts down and kills the drug lord that was pretty much behind it all, leaving nothing but a dead drug lord and a burning mansion. Not only is this a mission accomplished, but Ghost is greeted by Colonel Shepard, and the rest is history. And oh yeah, back in present time, turns out that Ghost getting captured was all part of the plan. All the terrorists die, the children are safe, the end. Do these 6 comic books really keep you invested with the overall story that's going on in the game? Do they really add anything significant that can keep you interested for a lot longer than you should? No, they don't. And that's because at the time of Modern Warfare 2, the focus was shifting from the main campaign to multiplayer. The earlier Call of Duty games were more focused on storyline and real-life events that are a part of world history. Modern Warfare 1 was pretty much the turning point of the old formula, as the game was evenly balanced between the main campaign and multiplayer. Modern Warfare 2 was more focused on the multiplayer aspect, so more and more players were associating the series with online team deathmatches, earning XP, and customizing your loadout to dominate fellow players. It goes without saying that not many people were concerned with the main storyline. Some players, myself included, found it strange that the main campaign of a $60 game only lasted about 4 hours. The multiplayer, on the other hand, could last for days, had tons more content, and was more action-packed than the campaign. So why bother with all the cutscenes and dialogue when you can just skip all that and jump right into the action with multiplayer? That's why these comic books failed to add anything significant to the Call of Duty experience. People were no longer playing these games for the long stories and the characters. They were more focused on the multiplayer aspects. Trying to shoot the next person before they shot you, customizing your guns to be the best they could be, surviving the negative effects of connection lag. As far as the player was concerned, Call of Duty only had 3 main characters: the left arm, the right arm, and the gun. And besides, this comic book seems like more of a way, seeing that Ghost was pretty much a throwaway character from the start. But maybe that's just what kind of a fortunate character Ghost really is. His life is just a continuous spiral of high and low points. Join the military, gets severely brainwashed, comrades get killed. Kicked his deadbeat dad to the curb, gets his brother clean, gets his family on solid ground, his family gets killed. Overcome the negative effects of brainwashing, rises up the military ladder, has a hand in stopping a terroristic threat, gets killed by his boss. As a comic, I'd say it's pretty good. All the violence is very graphic and detailed. The artwork shifts between a few different art styles. I think Ghost's dad is a little too cartoony. The covers are the best part of the comics, but they're also the worst. Each issue has Ghost displayed in all of his glorious glory, gun at the ready, destined for action in all forms, just like the video game. The only time he's actually Ghost from the video game is on the first page of each comic. For the rest of the comic, he's just not. This comic book isn't about Ghost. This comic book is about Ghost before he was Ghost. If you're a big fan of the Call of Duty games, you're better off just playing the Call of Duty games. Your collection can live without these comic books. You're better off knowing Ghost how he is in the game, despite his abrupt send-off. However, if you do want to check them out, they're available for real cheap as a digital comic. Be careful when buying the physical copies. I got mine for 99 cents at a Hastings, so buyers beware everywhere else. That's it for Modern Warfare 2 Ghost. 6 issues of lies. Tune in next week and we'll see how much relativity there is between the Final Fantasy video games and the Final Fantasy anime.